Welcome back to ciLiving. We have another side dish recipe to share with you, and as we are preparing for our Thanksgiving, and this one is really unique. Sam Reams, who used to be our regular ciLiving director in the booth, is joining me today on this side of the camera to teach you how to make red hot apples. Thank you so much for being here,
Hey,
Sam.
thanks for having me.
All right, so red hot apples. This sounds very interesting because I know it involves apples and red hot candies.
Yes,
so,
it does.
what are we making today?
Thanks, fellas. Well, you said it, red hot apples. It is a pretty simple recipe. We are just going to be slicing and boiling apples in water with red hots and granulated sugar. That's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing.
It's super simple. It just takes a while because you're boiling a lot of apples. Typically, I make pretty large batches of this.
Right.
And when I do, I tend to use a much larger pot. Of course, we're only doing 3. Portion sizes are way down for this, but you want all of your slices to be on the surface of the water.
Okay.
Because if you boil them, in layers, the ones lower are gonna get real soggy real fast.
Oh, sure.
You don't want any of that. But
okay, so you either need a lot of different pots or you need to kind of do it slowly in sections.
Yeah.
All right. So should I chop them up? What do I need to do?
So we can finish slicing this one here.
Okay. Just slices or big slices, little slices?
Sorry,
what do you recommend?
Skinning this one is what I need.
Oh.
And we'll get
so you can skin it or skin it with a peeler, and then I can start chopping.
Start slicing with that one.
Okay, just regular slices?
Yep.
Okay. And then how did this recipe get to your family? Is this a mom's side recipe? Is this a dad's side recipe?
So funny enough, both. I'm not sure how many generations it goes back, but my parents both being from St. Louis, I would guess it is a regional thing.
Sure, that would make sense.
Despite them both knowing about it, I have never heard of this recipe from anybody else besides my parents.
I was going to say, this is something that is completely new to me. I'm very excited to try it. If we did baked apples, because my husband's best friend's mom makes baked apples, but she cuts them in half, puts them in foil, and puts cinnamon on them, and then just bakes them in the oven. But I've never heard of baking them with or boiling them in with candy.
Yeah, and we can actually even go a little bit larger.
Bigger slices.
So
cool.
Typically I do this with like the circular apple chopper. I don't know where that thing went.
Okay.
So we're going to approximate the size of those slices. You want something like that guy right there.
Okay. So that's ideal. Mine are a little thin, but that's okay. Maybe we'll just boil them a little less so that they don't get too soggy too fast. Excellent. All right, and so then once they're chopped, we just drop them in that pot right there?
We do, but first we are going to drop our red hots in.
Okay.
Typically I cook in batches of like 8 to 10 apples if I'm feeding, the family or, oh baby.
Oh wow, okay, look at that. Woo!
For like a Friendsgiving or something.
That gets really red really fast. So
yes,
do they just melt in there?
They do just melt in there. Honestly, I probably could have had more of these, but this is fine. It's gonna give us plenty of flavor.
Okay, perfect.
You want,
how much sugar?
With that many apples, about a cup of sugar.
Okay.
Eyeball this a little bit.
I was gonna say, that's my favorite way to cook without measuring.
This is how I typically do it.
Put it in and see what happens.
This is not a super precise recipe, but you wanna make sure you're not oversaturating the water with red hots.
Right.
Now, one thing about red hots is that they can be a little difficult to find, especially around this time of year. People are using them for other things. You can sub, and I have subbed in the past, hot tamales.
Okay.
They work just fine for this. You just need to boil them a little bit longer because they're super gummy. They've got that like mica-nite consistency.
Sure. Okay.
And they need a lot longer to boil. You don't want to have like half boiled down hot tamales in the brine of your red apples that you end up with.
That makes sense, sure. All right, so
we can go ahead and start tossing these in.
Toss them in?
Yep.
I'm afraid I'm gonna like splash it out.
You probably
will. That's not too bad.
I usually do.
I was gonna say, one time we had someone on here who had like put the oil in and the oil was so splashy as we put them in, but that seems about right. Yeah. Oh, I think I might have dropped a core in there. Did I? I dropped
did you?
A core in. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you did.
That's cool. That's what the fishing tool is for.
Yeah.
All right, well,
feed that to your
we'll
horse.
pull that one back out here. A candied apple for the horses.
Speaking of horses, one other important thing. I don't know why I said.
I was going to say, speaking of horses.
It was because of a joke I had in my head.
Oh, okay.
I like to use Granny Smith apples for these. I always have. The reason I thought of horses is because I would only ever feed a Granny Smith apple to a horse. I would never eat it.
Because they're
Granny
tart.
Smith apples are cooking apples.
Right. All right. Well, it is time to taste. So I know we have some ready. We'll pull them out of the magical ciLiving fridge. So while these are cooking, we have about 30 seconds. I really want to try it. All right.
Give them a shot.
Here we go. I'm very excited to see if it's fire or if it's sweet.
You want to take these out of here and move them to the refrigerator in some of their brine when they're starting to look pink. You don't want them looking super red. That will happen in the refrigerator.
In the refrigerator, they will get the rest of their color. All right, let's taste it. That's actually really good. I was expecting to have to like kind of be like, delicious, but that is great. What a fun recipe.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, Sam, and for sharing that with us.